15 signs of fake, nice people. People do not always state their genuine intentions, thus a false person wishing to become closer to us can fool any of us. However, as good as they are, there are still some red flags that point to their deception. Knowing the signs can be helpful. While you may subconsciously hope that you are mistaken about that person like that, it's not difficult to spot a fake nice person. It can be difficult to tell the difference between phony pleasantness and ordinary politeness, and it can also be difficult to discern whether someone likes you or is just being deceptive. Here are some obvious signs of fake nice people to help you stay away from them. These are often the signs that give them away. Welcome to a new video from the Social Psychology Masters YouTube channel. If you're new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos. And comment down below, "I subscribed," and let us welcome you. Let's start. Number 15. Their body language puts you on edge. When they speak to you, their eyes are fixed on you and it feels as if they are piercing a hole in your soul. Even though they pretend to be polite, fake nice people show their disapproval through their body language. These are all symptoms, whether it's uncomfortably long eye contact to subtly manipulate you, looking you up and down, or giving you a half-hearted smile. Number 14. They insult you in a form of compliment and pretend they're joking. There is nothing worse than a well-decorated insult masked as a joke. Often, they play it as something someone else said to pick out your insecurities. There is nothing worse than a well-decorated insult masked as a joke. Someone has singled out your anxieties if they thought of the joke. They might even ask you a series of indirect questions in order to set themselves up to insult you. They disguise it as getting to know you, but they are simply faking it. Number 13. They have little or no care in what you have to say. Fake nice people continuously appear to turn the conversation in their own direction so that they can brag about themselves. They'll ask how your weekend went so they can brag about how amazing their weekend was. If you're going on vacation, so they can brag about their vacation, or they'll inquire about your life and tear you down. Their goal is to make fun of you. It is mostly behind your back, but they seem to always want to have all the attention. Number 12. They're only around when it's beneficial to them. They find a way to show up when it's advantageous to them, but when you really need them, they simply disappear. Maybe they come to your party to network, but when you're having trouble, they're nowhere to be found. This type of action is typical of a phony friend. Once you notice a person around only when the conversation, meeting, business, or trip is beneficial to them, it is a red flag and you must beware. Number 11. They always seem to need something from you. This is also another typical behavior of a fake nice person. They often fake niceness or pleasantries just to get what they want. Also, they usually only contact you or get together when they have something they want or need from you. Perhaps you're shocked one day when they contact you to ask how you're doing, only to find out the next day that they've applied for a job opening at your company and want you to put in a good word for them. Number 10. They talk about you behind your back. This one can be harder to spot, of course, depending on how careful this person is with who they talk about you to. But it often entails them complimenting your dress, only for you to walk a few steps ahead and they retract their statement by saying something worse to the person they are discussing with. If you hear of a claimed friend spreading stories or lies about you, or just trash talking in general, that person is not a true friend. Number 9. They try to sabotage you. If you ever notice a person trying to sabotage you in specific situations, it is an indicator that they are only faking their niceness. Let's say you're out with your friends at a pub and you're interacting with a stranger. This type of friend might approach you and say something intentionally embarrassing about you in order to discourage your potential suitor. You should be wary of such people. Number 8. They always act overly excited to see you. It's also a red flag if you observe someone always being extreme with their laughter or even pleasantries, as if they care to see you every single time. This isn't to say that people can't be pleasant to you. Nonetheless, this is largely the case with fake nice people. Every time you run into them, even if it's more than 5 times in a day, they are ecstatic to see you. It's possible they've done something behind your back that they're concealing with a smile. Number 7. Fake people make plans they don't keep. Have you ever bumped into an old buddy on the street who immediately wants to plan a coffee date? They are ecstatic to meet you and tell you about all the wonderful things they are doing. But then there is no call. There will be no coffee. The phone never rings. They do this to make you feel awful, as if the failure to connect is your fault. This is a clear indication that you're dealing with a phony individual. Number 6. They don't listen when you talk. They often appear to be listening while checking their phones, updating statuses, or conversing with someone else while sitting directly in front of you. They also don't pay attention when they aren't on their phones. They'll squirm or make an off remark that indicates they aren't paying attention. This is an unpleasant relationship that you do not want. Make sure to notice when a person genuinely wants to hear you and when they do simply to fulfill an obligation. Number 5. They pretend not to be upset about things. Anyone who claims that they never get furious or mad at anything or anyone is lying. Of course, everyone is irritated by something at some point. It's all part of the plan to make others think they're someone they're not. When fake people go deep undercover in their personalities, they work so hard to create a facade you can never see through. They usually do this to achieve a goal from which they hope to benefit. Like a man pretending to be honest with his spouse until he gets what he wants. When you notice it, stay away. Number 4. They are never around or available for an outing. You call them over and over, but they never answer. You check on them, but they are occupied. You happen to cross paths with them on the street, but they're late for a meeting. They are unable to attend your celebration due to business commitments. There's always a reason why this person doesn't want to get out with you, yet they always say how excited they are to see you again. It is a fake. They lack the courage to tell you that they don't want to be friends. Move on after taking the hint. Number 3. They pretend to try to please everyone. They are always juggling balls that they can't possibly keep in the air. They will try to say yes to everyone because they can't tolerate rejection or the possibility that they might not be able to do everything they claim to be able to do. Instead, they make promises, say yes, and then leave a lot of people hanging while they fail to deliver. Keep an eye out for these types of people and begin the process of replacing them with individuals you can trust and get to know on a more personal level. Number 2. They only pay attention to those in positions of power. If someone is dishonest, they are most usually searching for a quick fix or the quickest way to the top. In your workplace, you'll frequently encounter folks who are phony since they only care about things when the supervisor comes around. They're the typical nosy neighbors, and once you've figured them out, it's easy to confirm your suspicions. Fake people have a problem with you because they don't appreciate you. That is why you must embrace your inner beast and grow into a more powerful being. Number 1. They work overtime to build or find relationships. Keep an eye out for those who have to put in a lot of effort to connect with others. Fakes tend to have a hard time creating and, more importantly, keeping friends. It usually doesn't take long for people to realize they aren't who they claim to be. It is more like they force the vibes. It's easy to become friends with someone who is genuine, and it's even easier to find yourself attracted to them. This is because, as you may have discovered, most people do not reveal to you their actual selves, so when you do come across someone who is, you will find it immensely appealing. Conclusion. For a minute, consider the people around you. Are they truly who your tribe should be or who you aspire to become in the future? Are they really genuine people who want to see you succeed? Or are they fake people who don't really want to see you happy? If you can answer these, you can then successfully have good friends whom you trust. If you have made it this far, do you agree with this list? Is there anything you believe we might have missed? Let us know in the comment section below. To learn more, check out other videos on this channel and the links in the description. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video.